Power pump is aerobic exercise combined with stretching. If you are pregnant or have a pre-existing health condition, please consult a doctor before starting any new exercise routine.
Welcome to the next episode of Power Pump. Now what I want you to do this week is do things a little bit differently, and I want you to bring yourself pumping up, pumping out all the pressure, all the pain, all the broken promises from the past week. Now we're going to start by pumping that pressure and pain up from our heels, directly up here, right up to the top of our heads. Now here we go, close up on the ankle stretch. Really important to stretch the ankles. Alright, that's great. Now this is back to our signature move. You may remember from last week, of course you remember it, because it's the signature bloody move. Okay, now spelling it out here.
Snake squash, spider scare. Snake squash, spider scare. Spider scare, snake squash. Snake squash, snake squash, snake squash, spider scare.
Bringing our hips right round, bringing our arms round as well. And now we've warmed up, so we're going to swing our jackets off dramatically. And then we're going to take our heads down to pump our hair up. Now this is really important, especially in the 80s, because the bigger the hair, the smaller the waist obviously, and the bigger the hair, just the cooler it bloody looks. So we keep our hair side to side, and look how pumped our hair is there. So pumped. Okay, now this is a new for Power Pump this time. You're really getting a little bit more physical, taking out all the aggression of the week, taking out all the Power Pump anger in a healthy, restrained manner. It's not going to hurt anyone. And then imagine it's got someone's face on it, someone that's really pissed you off, and they really pumped you up in the wrong way during the week. But we want to pump out our pain by pumping directly onto their faces. So what you can do here is more advanced, you can grab something and you can move side to side whilst imagining that person's head and just pump into their head. Just repeatedly pumping over and over into their face. They've really peed you off that week. Okay, so now you've got all that pain out. Now we're going to move on to getting out the broken promises again. So we're going to kick the promises, the bloody lies, kick them away from our hearts, because we want to keep all those broken promises out of our lives.
Slowly, slowly, concentrate on your breathing. Really focus on your breathing. Try and pump all the air out of your lungs.
Okay, so we're pumping in a cycle action here, and then we're moving on to here is a pump up, power press up with the pump on the knuckles. We've had those tattooed on. We had those tattooed on in the 80s. Could use a marker pen for a less permanent effect. Now what's happened here is Sheila's over pumped herself a little bit, so she's had a little break and then she's pumped straight back into it because she's a pumping pro. Okay, so this is also powering up the hair again, because it's important to keep repeatedly pumping and powering up the pumpy hair. That's apart from the heart, that's where we get our power from. Okay, so now we're going to stick our buttocks out using our newly pumped up hair and come forward,
fully pump to the max.
Forward, and then slowly back, revealing off the power pump hands. Now we're nice and warmed up, so we're going to move into an easy walk. So we're going to move an easy walk and style it out with flapping the arms around, so we're going to work on the arms as well. Okay, this is a side to side maneuver, keeping a classic maneuver there, and then straight into the twist. It's a high energy move. So now this is called stomping on the spiders in Aussie land, we call it. We're going to get rid of any dangerous spiders or nippers around our foot area, and we're going to move directly in a moment into carrying that spider out of the room and releasing it safely outdoors, because obviously we didn't kill the spider. Now what's happened here is Sheila has actually got trapped in a car, so she's hammering on the windows of the car. Let me out, let me out. I'm not out of the car. Somebody's forgotten me and left me in the car. So just hammer it repeatedly on those windows, and some passerby will hear at some point. So next week, be prepared. You might see us, Sheila's out and about. So that's going to be power pump moves on the move, literally. And I bet you can't wait to see that. And we'll make sure we've got our hair pumped up for next week, because we don't need mousse, because we're naturally pumped in the follicle area.